Hi there. I'm Mike Micklon, the Executive Artistic Director at Johnson Hall right here in beautiful Gardner, Maine. And I'm excited today to bring you a presentation of our Artists in the Schools program. And that is brought to you by great support from the Onion Foundation and E.J. Prescott. And today you are in for a treat because we have the amazing Maine author, Lynn Plourde. We hope you enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I would like to teach you guys how to be authors, just like I'm an author, and to write a special kind of story. It's a fun kind of story. I'm going to teach you guys how to write what I call 3P stories. And it's easy to remember 3P because each part of the story starts with the letter P. Probably because my last name's Plourde, I wanted a 3P plan. If you write a 3P story, what it starts with is a problem. And it's easy to remember a problem in a story because something's wrong. Oh no, there's something wrong in the story. That's your problem. Then I go down and I fill in the next P, because that's the next easiest one to plan. And that one is the promise. Hold your hand up and read this word with me, everybody. You promise. Promise. Promise is easy to remember because it means you promise to fix the problem. So at the end, the problem was something's wrong. At the end, and I'll just draw a picture of that hand we made, you promise to fix your problem. The middle is the pattern. And I'll show with an arrow that after we figure out what our promise in a story is, then we can go fill in the pattern. And most stories have at least 3 parts of a pattern. And you guys are familiar with patterns. Circle, square, triangle, circle. Think about what's next. Square and triangle. They keep repeating. Stories have parts that keep repeating over and over again. These are one of the easiest kinds of stories to write. I am going to share a story with you that is a 3P story. So as I read it, I want you to be thinking, what is the problem in that story? What is the promise at the end? And what's the pattern that goes over and over again in the middle? And in the pattern, they try to fix the problem, doesn't work. Try to fix the problem, doesn't work. Try to fix the problem, yahoo, kazoo. That one solves the problem and it keeps the story's promise. I should have crossed these out because they don't work. All right, I want to share with you a book. The story that I'm going to share with you is my book, The Boy Whose Face Froze Like That. You might already have an idea of what the problem is in this story. My name is on there, Lynn Plourde, I'm the author. And Russ Cox, who lives in Pittsfield, Maine, is the illustrator. It's always fun when I get to work with an illustrator who's from Maine, too. The inside title page, dedication and copyright page, and here we go. Kids have always made faces. Blame it on the cave kids. They started it. Cave parents warned, stop it, your face will freeze like that. I have you guys help me with the grown-up voice. The nagging one. Everybody help me. Stop it. Your face will freeze like that. But all through history, kids have never stopped making faces, and parents have never stopped saying, help me. Stop it. Your face will freeze like that. Stop it. Your face will freeze like that. Stop it. Your face will freeze like that. It was bound to happen sometime, somewhere, sooner or later. A face would freeze like that. Wendell was the last kid you'd expect to make faces. He always followed the rules. He never once disobeyed his parents. It was a lot of pressure to be that good. He did smile a little when the other kids made funny faces. But he would never, ever make faces in public. That would be rude. One day at home, though, Wendell felt a sudden urge to make a face in front of the bathroom mirror to see if he could do it just once. It took him a couple of tries to make a good face. He twisted and turned. He crinkled and contorted. He drooped and distorted. Then voila! Help me with voila. It means like there in French. Then voila! That was some face, especially for a beginner. Just then, Wendell's dog Buster nudged open the bathroom door, saw Wendell, and howl! Wendell's mother came running. Wendell's father came running. They looked at Wendell and shouted, you know it, "Stop it! Your face will freeze like that." Flash! Maybe it was lightning. Maybe it was Wendell's lucky or unlucky day. Maybe this was the 1,000,000th time those words had been said, and ding, 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 ding. It finally happened. Wendell's face froze like that. Poor Wendell. He looked in the mirror and gasped, "Ah." That's a frozen face saying, "My face is stuck." "Oh my," said his mother. "Oh no," said his father. "Bow wow," said Buster. "E-L," said Wendell. Of course, Wendell said please before he said help. Wendell's mother tried to unscrew Wendell's tight joints. Still stuck. Wendell's father tried to roll his face. Smooth. Still stuck. Buster tried to lick that silly face right off Wendell. Still stuck. Anku, which of course meant thank you. Wendell really did appreciate his family trying to help him, but now it was up to him. He took a 2-hour steamy shower to thaw his frozen face. Irk. Translation, that didn't work. Wendell checked a book out of the library, How to Thaw Frozen Turkeys, Pipes, Faces, and More. Irk. Wendell tried scaring the stuck expression right off his face. He's got a lion and a spider and a gator. Irk. Nothing worked. So Wendell tried hiding his frozen face instead. Finally, Wendell said, "I give up." Translation, "I give up." And he did. Yeah. Translation, la-di-da-di-da. He felt better already. He went for a walk and splashed in a mud puddle. He went for a bike ride and popped a wheelie. He went home and ate a PB&J sandwich, his favorite, and didn't use a napkin. Wendell's family came into the kitchen. Wendell shrugged and said, "Eki or ee?" Wendell's family understood him fine. Take me or leave me. Wendell's mother smooched his cheek. Wendell's father slapped him a high five. Buster did a happy dance. Then his parents said something parents have been saying for centuries. We love you, just the way you are. You could barely hear it. The pressure Wendell felt to be perfect and to follow the rules all the time, it let go. And at the same exact moment, Wendell's frozen face let go too. You may be the only one who noticed. Wendell had his old face back. Wendell didn't notice. Neither did his mother or his father or Buster. They were focused on more important things. Yes, we love you just the way you are. Bow wow. All right, let's think about how this book fits into the 3-piece story plan I taught you. There has to be a problem. So the problem in this story is Wendell's face freezes. So I would write that up there. The end is the promise. His face is going to get unstuck. And then the pattern, what does he try in the middle over and over to get his face unstuck? He tried a bunch of things, and I don't know if you remember some of them, but his parents tried to help with a screwdriver and a rolling pin. And Buster tried to lick it off. Then he did the shower, so I could write he did parents, and Buster tried to help. Wendell took a shower. He tried to scare it off his face. So those are things he tried. And then at the end for the promise, he just stopped feeling all that pressure because his parents loved him even if he had that silly face. So that's how this story fits in. I want to show you now how you could do your own. Let me get a marker over here. And if you guys are going to do a problem story, one way to do it, you start with problem, something's wrong. I call them takeaway ideas, subtraction ideas. So I could do an elephant with no trunk. So I take the trunk away from the elephant. I could do a rainbow without colors. Let's do one together. Let's do the bus with no wheels. That's such an easy way to write it. Cross it out. The problem, the bus has no wheels. If we go to the end for the promise, we know at the end, everybody, the bus gets wheels. Then it's happy. The pattern, we're going to try to give the bus wheels. Doesn't work, and will work. So maybe we could try to give the bus donut wheels. And you have to think why it doesn't work. Everybody eats them. So there's no wheels, big donut wheels left. Or maybe they try to do balloon wheels. I'll write why that doesn't work. Pop! They don't work. The end, what could work? Maybe the kids get all their bike tires, and you'd need more tires than you do bus wheels, but they get hundreds of bike tires and they hook them together and it's strong enough so that the bus has wheels. And we're back on this part, that it keeps the story's promise. So this plan for a story, I made it easy for you. Your teachers can get this organizer that has all the parts of the three-piece story. So it includes the problem, the pattern, and the promise at the end. So this organizer will help you to be able to write the three-piece stories. They're fun stories to write. Have fun, young authors.